Some of the most popular electric car media sites are saying that Tesla's growth has completely stalled. In fact, it's gone downhill in the United States. But of course, this is intended to excite you, to get you to click on this news. It's not really particularly accurate if you ask me. Anyway, the 10 best-selling electric cars in the US this year for the first 9 months and the 10 best-selling car brands do reveal some very interesting trends though. However, I have a pretty strong opinion on this. Hello my friends, welcome to the channel. I'm Sam Evans. You're watching the Electric Viking. Just want to say a big thank you to all of you who have supported the channel this year. It's been a pretty crazy year. Today I took my boys to do, well, Cal, who's 7, he did his first triathlon. Jack's 10, he did his second triathlon, and they both had a phenomenal time. So if you've got kids, and you know, young kids or even older kids, it doesn't matter what age your kids are, get them to do a triathlon. Because you don't have to, obviously I'm not talking about Ironman here, I'm talking about, you know, kids length triathlons, which are relatively short. They love it. For some reason the endorphins just kick in better than they do in any other sport that I've ever seen, and they feel this immense sense of satisfaction. So I highly recommend doing that if you've got children. Anyway, I'll probably make a video on that, and if you guys want to see, I actually chased them around the course as fast as I could. Couldn't chase them on the bike ride. They were way too fast for me on the bikes. But anyway, Cal actually came 3rd. He was in the 7 to 9-year-olds, and he's a 7-year-old, so he was racing kids that were quite a bit bigger than him. And he's not a very big 7-year-old either. Jack was in the 10 and 11s, and he came 3rd as well, and he's 10. So they did really well. It was amazing. Anyway, the best-selling electric cars this year. Brands. A lot of the mainstream media are saying Tesla sales have gone down because truthfully, they do represent a lower percentage of EV sales. Are Tesla sales actually going down? No, but they do represent a lower percentage. So Tesla's market share is around 57% at the moment. But if you look at Tesla's growth, they're up 41% versus last year. But some other brands, say Chevrolet, they're up 133%. So the media is saying, look, GM's EVs are up 133%, Tesla only 41%. Clearly, Chevrolet, General Motors are killing it here. Amazing. You've got to remember, General Motors closed their only electric car factory last year for half of the year because of the major battery problems. Major, it cost them billions. It cost them, I think it was about $2.5 billion to fix this problem in combination with their battery supplier, LG Energy Solutions. It's still not fixed. They're still fixing these cars. During that period of time, for those 6 months, GM, these staff weren't working. They closed the factory. They had to pay them 70% of their payment anyway. So for 6 months, they had a holiday and were still being paid 70% of their normal working labor costs. So it's not too bad of a deal, I reckon. But, of course, that means that GM sales this year look enormous. But if you actually compare them in reality, they're not really that significant. General Motors, 50,000 sales compared to Tesla's 490,000. Big difference, right? That's first and second place in the US. However, that does mean that GM has 5.9% EV market share now. However, Tesla has 57%. But the media is saying terrible. Tesla's market share is going down. It's going to come down. There's no way they can hold on to 57% market share. Obviously, everyone with a brain knows that. So that's just ridiculous. But the key thing here is I think that a lot of people are holding off buying a new Tesla. I mean, Tesla's majority of their sales are actually repeat buyers or recommended buyers or current buyers who already own a Tesla buying another Tesla. That's the most common form of Tesla getting sales. And the Model 3 Highland's coming out. There's a better version of the Model Y that's been revealed in China. People, they're waiting for these cars and for the Cybertruck. So I think we just need to be patient, give it a few months, and don't feel like the sky's falling in. Your Tesla stock price has gone down. But it's another thing, you just got to be patient. I think it's going to kick back. Could be wrong on that though. What are your thoughts? Let me know what you think. 3rd place was Ford. 46,550. Basically the same delivery numbers as General Motors. Anyway, Ford sales were up only 22%. 5.5% market share. But for Ford, it's a big disappointment. And for General Motors, because they're both delaying their EV programs because they're saying, well, their cars, a lot of them are sitting in dealerships and they're having to discount them. They're still not selling as well as they thought they would. And realistically, Mary Barra just made promises she knew she was never going to keep. Made them on Oprah. There's all these different TV programs she went and spruiked the stuff on. I don't know, she probably Fox News. I don't know, all these places they went and said how many EVs they're going to make and they're going to thrash Teslas. And they to their credit, a lot of these celebrity interviewers said to Mary, they said, Mary, are you serious? I mean, can you just please give us a straight answer here? Are you promising you will beat Tesla? Yeah, of course. No, well, you know, we're committed to the idea that we'll, yeah, all right. Anyway, fourth place, Hyundai, 40,612 sales, 4.8% market share. Pretty close, really. The second, third, and fourth places, BMW. BMW has more than quadrupled its sales, but it's coming from a pretty small base. 31,209 sales, 3.7% market share. Rivian's done really well. Well done to Rivian. Hats off. Seriously, hats off. I'm stoked to see Rivian's success. 30,240 sales, more than tripled, 3.5% market share. Still losing a lot of money on their EVs, but I think they will succeed, which is great. Lucid, zero chance. But Rivian, I think they will. Amazon will play a part in that, by the way, but I think Rivian will get through. Anyway, what do you think on that? Let me know. Mercedes-Benz, 27,500 deliveries. Volkswagen, 27,000, up 145%. Kia, 23,000. Audi, 17,000. So the best-selling EVs in the United States this year were the Tesla Model Y with 293,400 deliveries, growth of 88%. Unsurprisingly, the Tesla Model 3 has only grown by 15%. Sales were 165,543. So Tesla sold nearly twice as many Model Ys. And like I said, production of the Model 3 has slowed, sales have slowed. There's a new version coming. There's been a billion media reports on this, so I think everyone knows there's a new version coming. And I think everyone's seen the reviews that say the new version's way better than the old version. So yeah, clearly Model 3 sales are suffering as a result. Third, Bolt EUV. Chevrolet Bolt EUV, 30,724 sales. Mustang Mach-E, fourth place, 27,516. It's a big problem here because sales of the Mach-E are down by 2% this year versus last year. But the bigger problem here is the inventory. There's a lot of inventory stock. Mach-E has 120 days on average of sitting in dealerships before being sold. 120 days. That was the last time I saw those numbers, but they seem to continue going up. Could be 130 by the time you've seen this video, I don't know. Anyway, Volkswagen ID4, growth of 145%, 27,000 sales. So Mustang Mach-E and ID4, basically the same number of sales this year. People are getting the ID4. Interesting. Growth of 145% versus Mach-E down 2%. On the Hyundai Ionic 5, 24,500 sales, up 35%. Ionic 5 is, in my opinion, a much better car than the ID4 and, of course, the Mach-E, but it doesn't qualify for EV incentives unless you lease. A lot of people don't want to lease. Chevrolet Bolt EV, 19,264. Tesla Model X, 19,000, down 19%. But I believe Tesla has had a bit of a spike in orders recently. They did lower the price to 79,990 for the long-range model, meaning you can drive it away for 72,500 because it does qualify for the full tax incentive, assuming you're able to take advantage of that situation. But I'd probably buy it in January, maybe, if you're going to buy one, because you'll be able to get you won't have to do it through your taxes and apply for it retroactively. You can actually just get a point of sale discount. They'll apply the discount at the point of sale. Then the manufacturer has to do all that stuff for you. Anyway, BMW i4, 17,600 sales, up 394%. Rivian R1S, 16,439 sales, up 4,126% because it's a new model. Blazer EV, 125 sales, and the Silverado EV apparently has had 47 sales. Now, I haven't seen anyone driving a Silverado EV. I didn't even know they'd really made any. I mean, maybe it's just for a few customers or something. Blazer EV, though, that's a bit disappointing as well. The price is a bit higher than what we thought it would be because they're coming out with the more luxury versions at the start that, you know, it's going to make it look like people aren't ordering them because, well, GM doesn't want to make a loss on them. And GM does lose money on its EVs in much the same way that Ford does. So that's their strategy. Sell them at a higher price at the beginning, sell the luxury models. Don't sell as many of them, and then you can say, look, told you, EVs aren't selling. Yeah. Let me know your thoughts in the comments. Thank you for watching.